Hello students, we will continue with the numericals based on conservation of energy. Other day, last Friday when I gave them as homework, few of you had doubts in 5th and 6th question. So I thought I'll explain them first and then I'll go to the next chapter. Now, I am going to explain you the examples given in page 45. Okay, so this gives you a little bit of variation. A ball of mass 50 gram is thrown vertically upwards with the initial velocity 20 meter per second. These two, though they are examples, I want you to note it down in your physics notebook. As I am solving, please solve it along with me. Okay. Okay, a ball of mass 50 gram. So, mass 50 gram and is thrown vertically upwards with an initial velocity 20 meter per second. So, U is 20 meter per second. And then calculate initial kinetic energy imparted on the ball. Initial kinetic energy imparted to the ball. Okay. So, initial kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Now this is in gram, it has to be converted to kg. So 50 upon 1000 or 5 upon 100 kg. So half into mass is 5 upon 100, v is velocity. Here it is u, it's okay, velocity, it's 20 square or 20 into 20. Now, when you solve it, you will be getting 10. 2 zeros cut, 2 zeros cut. So, 5 twos are 10 joules. So, the ball, when it was thrown upwards, initially it had kinetic energy. How much? 10 joule. Okay. The second part, maximum height reached if air friction is neglected. Maximum height reached if air friction is neglected. Now, to find that, we need potential energy, right? So, what will be the concept that you will use? Initial kinetic energy. When you threw whatever was the kinetic energy, that will be the final potential energy at the maximum height. You threw with a velocity that helped you to find initial kinetic energy, and the maximum height, it will go up to, suppose if it has gone up to this height, maximum height, at the maximum height it will have potential energy, and whatever initial kinetic energy it would have converted into potential energy at the top. In between it will have both kinetic and potential. Okay, so final initial kinetic energy is equal to final potential energy at height h, that is the maximum height. And formula for potential energy, mgh. Initial kinetic energy we just now calculated as 10 joule. So in place of m, we'll write 5 upon 100, g is 10 into h. So 2 into 10, 20 meter. So height will be 20 meter. This ball can go up to a height of 20 meter. When you throw it, it can go up to a height of 20 meter. The third part, see the third part of the question. It says the maximum height reached if 40% of the total energy is lost against the air friction. Maximum height reached if 40% of the energy is lost against air friction. Okay, so read the question clearly. It is given 40% of energy is lost during air friction. So how much is the remaining energy? Is what is the remaining energy? 60%. 100 minus 40 is lost. So 100 minus 40, that is 60%. So this gives me the conclusion that potential energy at the top is equal to 60% of initial kinetic energy. Initial kinetic energy. So in the previous part, when there was no loss of energy, you will take it like potential energy at the top is equal to initial kinetic energy. The entire 100% has transformed. But the third part, when they say some got wasted, only 60% of this potential energy has got transformed into kinetic energy. So potential energy at top mgh is equal to 60 upon 100 into initial kinetic energy is 10 joule. So these two will go off. M again 5 by 100 into G is 10. We have to find H. This is a new H. It's a different from the previous one. Is equal to 6. So H will be 6 into 10 upon 5. 12 meter. It won't go till 20 meter. It can go only till 12 meter if only 60% of energy is converted. Okay, is it clear? So this point is very important. This step is very important. Potential energy is at the top is equal to 60% of initial kinetic energy. Okay children, now we're going to do the third example given on page 46, example number 3. You don't have much varieties in the exercise, so that's why I'm solving the example questions, and please note it down along with me. Now, example number 3 is about simple pendulum. This is about simple pendulum. A simple pendulum, while oscillating, rises to a maximum vertical height of 5 cm from its rest position when it reaches to its extreme position on one side. So, it reaches to a maximum height of 5 cm on one side. If the mass of the bob is 500 gram, mass is 500 gram, find, G is 10 meter per second square, find total energy of simple pendulum at any instant while oscillating. I hope you remember about the pendulum. In the mean position, it will have kinetic energy. In the extreme positions, it will have potential energy because it is at a height h above the ground. So it will have potential energy. In between, it will have both kinetic and potential. Anywhere if you want to take here, it will be both potential and kinetic. So they are asking, find the total energy at any instant while oscillating. Okay. So first, with this height, I can find the potential energy that was here. Potential energy at the extreme point or extreme side or whatever it is will become mgh. Mass is 500 upon 1000, 5 upon 10 kg. So 5 upon 10 kg into g is 10 into height is 5 by 100 meter. 5 by 100 meter. So this goes. So 25 upon 100, that is 0.25 joule. In the previous one, they gave you the initial velocity, so you found the kinetic energy first. In this one, they are giving you the height above ground, so you are able to find the potential energy first. Okay. Then, second part, the velocity of the bob at its mean position. Now here, they have not mentioned about any loss of energy or anything. So, what you have to do is, you will assume that the entire energy is converted to potential kinetic energy. So, velocity at its mean position. So, what will be the logic that we will use? Potential energy or kinetic energy at mean position is equal to equal to potential energy at extreme position. Okay, here nothing is mentioned about the loss of energy, so we assume that the whole energy is converted into potential energy. So, kinetic energy at mean position we have to find, that is, you write the formula for this, and potential energy at extreme position we found just now 0.25. So, half into 50 by 100, sorry, 5 by 10, mass is 5 by 10. We don't know the velocity, we have to find it, is equal to 0.25. So, V square is equal to 0.25 multiplied by 2 into 10, 20. So, 20 will come to the numerator upon 5 in the denominator. So, this will be 4. 25 fours are 100. There is a decimal point here. So, these two zeros will go off. So, V square is 1. So, V will be square root of 1. That will be 1 meter per second. 1 meter per second. So, this is the answer for the B part. And they have also asked, state the assumption made in your calculation. What assumption have we taken? There is no loss of energy due to friction. The entire kinetic energy has got converted to potential energy. So, that is the assumption. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. Either they will give you kinetic energy and ask you potential energy, or potential energy and ask you kinetic energy. So, now coming to the homework, coming to the exercise question. Now I want you to try. Okay, for now you leave the fifth question, because this efficiency you'll understand only after doing machines. So fifth, for now you cross it. Do the sixth one. The homework will be sixth, plus I'll be giving 2 more extra numericals in your MCB. So you have to do all the 3 numericals. Okay, these 2 you would have copied down. I want a picture of that also, plus the 3 homework numericals.